What's up, everybody? It's the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and I'm back with another quick video. And today I want to talk about the ROG Xbox Ally X, or the Xbox ROG Ally X. This is a pretty infamous device. It came out, I think, today. Reviews came out either yesterday, and a lot of the reviews are positive, and some are negative. But for some reason, this device is just like causing a stir. And I'm going to make this video and this statement extremely brief because I think the discourse around it is so annoying. This right now, the online discourse is it's a lot of hate essentially, and it only has a lot of hate for the simple fact that it has Xbox name attached to it. The only people that should have anything really negative or positive or any sort of feedback on this device at all for what it is, the only people that should have an issue with this device being named whatever or being claimed to be an Xbox are active Xbox customers, Xbox users, like people in the ecosystem, because they are the only ones that can really tell you if this is an Xbox. You know what I mean? So all the online discourse, the hate, and the people criticizing it are literally coming from people that don't game on Xbox today. The people like your Porter Rocks, your Nick Sardells, a lot of all these people, these online talking heads that typically speak against Xbox, and I just name drop them, but it's a lot more. It's not just them. A lot of them, and now I'm not speaking about them specifically, but a lot of them have not gamed on an Xbox in about 15 years. A lot of their last experience with an Xbox was the 360, or maybe early Xbox One, and some are like OG Xbox. So my thing is, who are they really to tell you what an Xbox gaming experience is like? So it's like people like me and Doc and whomever, people who game on Xbox like really today and has been gaming on Xbox, can tell you whether this is an Xbox experience or not. I can't tell you if it's an Xbox experience right now because I don't have one and I don't plan on getting one. But from what I know and what I see, I game on Xbox on PC. I've owned not an Xbox Ally, but I owned a regular ROG Ally, which is the same thing minus the branding. But I literally use it as an Xbox device. When I bought that ROG Ally, and you can look up tweets and videos that I had, I literally used it as an Xbox handheld. I was finishing games that I started on Xbox console and finishing them on the ROG Ally. You know what I mean? Gamepad. It was literally a device. I love the device. I didn't have high usage rate, which is why I didn't buy this one. I didn't want to spend $1,000 just on something that I'm not going to use a good majority of the time. But the thing is, it's crazy that the ROG Ally didn't get much hate. It got a little appreciation because it was like, hey, this is actually kind of nice. But once it got the proper branding, and Xbox took ownership of this device, now people hate it. Now people, it's crazy. People, if this thing got bad reviews, people would actually credit it for being an Xbox. But because it's got good reviews, they don't want to give credit for Xbox, and they're only like highlighting anybody say, oh, this is a PC or this is and I'm not going to argue whether it's a PC or not. So it's a ROG Ally, whatever it is, but it's an Xbox branding. My thing is, why is it so many PlayStation guys like attacking people, or like typically they're attacking people who like Xbox for championing this product because they're treating it as an extension of Xbox? But it's like, why do you guys really care? Why do you really care who thinks it's an Xbox? Because at the end of the day, it comes down to the user, whatever the user treated as. You know what I mean? It's like if a PlayStation, not PlayStation, the PC person picks this thing up or has interest into this, right? Assuming they have a Steam Deck, the only thing that should be determining whether they get this is this better than the other options? Is this better than a Steam Deck? Is this better than the Legion Go? Is this better than MSI Claw? Is it better than those? And that should be your factor, because PC gamer, you still have your other stores and outlets. How does it perform compared to those, right? For an Xbox user, this becomes an actual option, not just to buy into gaming. It becomes an option because it is an opportunity to take your games on the go from one way or another. For example, when I had the original ROG Ally, I literally treated it like all I didn't play. I wasn't downloading games on Steam or anything like that, even though you could, but I would just like it because it was Windows based. That means it had access to Xbox app and it had access to Game Pass, and it just became a de facto Xbox handheld for me. Back then, that was a couple years ago. It became a de facto Xbox handheld for me. So yes, it makes sense for Xbox to partner with ROG and put their branding on there and to help optimize the UI so that it's more console-like. But no, this is not like your typical, this is not an Xbox Series S in mobile form. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it does have compromises, and those compromises is because it's a PC at heart. There's a lot of games that aren't shared across platforms. So what they did was, obviously they've upgraded the cloud gaming capabilities, and they're doing stream your own games. So those old ass games that people can't play, because what people don't forget is that every Xbox Play Anywhere has been a thing since 2016. So almost 9 years. So it's crazy that the games that we're talking about, right, that we're referencing, right, about regarding like libraries, are games that were, one, ordered in 2016, and two, games that are just third party games. This isn't the thing is that's really funny about this whole argument is the whole entitlement thingy, right? So you bought all these games on Xbox. By the way, people criticize Xbox for even doing this, putting games on PC. People hated it. It was it's what killed Xbox. And they tried to get as much games as possible. And now they've been trying to get third-party games to like, hey, this one license thing. And that's is more consumer friendly than what's going on, really. So they criticize Xbox for doing that. So now that when it's supposed to work and benefit you, and you realize, hey, damn, there's a lot of games that's not Play Anywhere. This is the achievement they were trying to do that you guys criticize. You didn't like it because you didn't like games being multi-plat. And now you see the idea of how it was supposed to work. Oh, probably makes sense if all those games were on PC. So, but the thing is, from an Xbox gaming perspective, if you joined Xbox and you've been gaming on Xbox since 2016 and buying all the first party titles or being subscribed to Game Pass, a lot of games are actually available to you on it. Now, again, 360 games, no, those 2013, 2014 Xbox One games, or the ones that weren't backported, absolutely no. That's why you have to stream them. That's how you have to. It's crazy, right? People are hyping up the PlayStation Portal, right? And PlayStation Portal is just a streaming. Now, it's just a streaming device that's just streaming your existing PlayStation library. That's all it is. It's not like that's fine, right? But doing that on a device that's named Xbox is not fine, even though you have the option to natively play quite a few games, 10 years worth in every game moving forward, essentially. But there's some pockets of games that you can't. So for an Xbox customer, because this is for the Xbox. This is not to entice a PlayStation gamer, because PlayStation gamer is just gonna buy Xbox ROG Ally and just start buying Xbox games and buying in Game Pass or buying Steam games and stuff like that. No, if you have this is a device. If you have a device, right? If you have like PC or if you have Xbox, yes, this makes sense because this is a nice alternative on the go. This is not a device to swing over a PlayStation gamer. But I just don't understand, why are you guys overly critical of its name being Xbox? Like, Xbox obviously invested in it. They're paying for the marketing. They help engineer it. They included some of their features. They're powering the UI. There are games that are natively available for it. Why? So what's the issue? Why do you have a problem with the naming convention? It's an Xbox to whoever uses it as an Xbox. Anything can be an like my PC is an Xbox because I use it more as an Xbox alternative than I do as, I'm playing games on PC. No, I'm literally playing games on my Xbox games. You guys don't know what I'm playing on. When I'm playing Xbox games and earning achievements and talking in party chats, I could be on Xbox, I could be on PC. I'm just operating in the Xbox, the Xbox app, playing Xbox games. But why do you guys care? Why do you care? Why does it bother you so much? If it's successful, it's not an Xbox. If it's unsuccessful, it is an Xbox. You guys pick and choose when you want this thing to be an Xbox. But now that it's getting stellar reviews, it's and people are talking about it, and you got people coming out and claiming, hey, what we all knew it was. It is another ROG Ally. It is a PC handheld, but it's heavily catered to Xbox. That like, what's the problem? Why is that an issue? But I am rambling, I'm ranting, but I wanted to get that off my chest because I saw all the madness, all the people talking crap and dismissing it, and they're only doing this. The crazy thing is, though, if this device just came out as, the Asus ROG Ally X2 and it didn't have the Xbox branding, nobody would be talking about it. Nobody would care about the reviews. Nobody would care about the performance. Nobody would care that you can access Steam and Xbox and PlayStation games on it. People they'll treat it just like the Legion Go. It won't be anything to talk about. But because it has Xbox on it, people have generated this interest and hatred towards it. But if you take the Xbox name off of it, it's there's nothing to say. I really think that's a sickness. You have these PlayStation guys and these neutral guys, criticize, Xbox, fans for being fans of Xbox. They look at Xbox fans in a certain way. They judge them and make fun of them for, being remotely interested in it, right? But they don't look in the mirror and look at themselves of how chaotic they get when something of Xbox is in discussion. They don't understand how crazy it looks the way they react when, like, you put Xbox on something and how it changes their whole demeanor, their attitude. It's like they turn into like rabid animals. Like when they see Xbox, if you slap an Xbox hat, put an Xbox on a t-shirt, they're gonna blow up. You take Xbox off and it's a regular white t-shirt. Anytime you throw Xbox onto a product, they lose their mind. I think that's more insane and more crazier than someone just being a fanboy of a platform. I really think what you guys are worse than fanboys, because that's sickness. That's really sickness, and I think that requires a therapeutic intervention. And if I said that correctly, but that is my video. I'm going to get out of here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you getting the Xbox Ally X? Me, nah, just too expensive, and I know I'm not going to use it to the high degree that it should be. You spending that kind of money, you kind of should be using it, and I know for a fact I won't use it outside the first couple days, playing a couple games here and there, and I'm probably going to just resort to going right back to my handy dandy console or my PC at best. But typically, again, it's a cool device. I like it. Probably get it sometime later down, but a day one thing at $1,000? No, absolutely. So we'll see what happens in the next year or so with the new generation of Xbox and how they're teasing that this is what the next Xbox console is going to be like, and being like a a PC with heavily curated to Xbox. And no, we will see, but the hate that this stuff is getting is just unnecessary for a platform to be, and a brand to be dead. Like, people like really still find themselves hating to a high degree. But that's it for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Peace.